Hey, what's up guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. In this video, we're going up to Spokane, Washington, where I received a video from Michael going back a couple of nights ago when the sky started glowing different colors, and it did it multiple times. Incredible footage coming out of Spokane, Washington. We're also going to New Mexico. We're going to take a closer look at those photos Teresa shared with me of something very unique in the southern sky. I also have a brand new picture slideshow, new sky phenomena photos sent in from all around the world. But first, here at the website, checking out the Schumann resonance. All in all, pretty quiet. You can see a spike here recently in the last 12 hours, but overall, it's generally quiet. Hopping over to the Yellowstone supervolcano caldera, looking at the seismos, I will say there's a noteworthy earthquake, actually two earthquakes, here at the Grant Village seismograph, and you can see there's one there and one there. And these appear to be localized events, as there's been no very large earthquakes that would have been felt at Yellowstone. And not only that, it's only on the seismograph here at Grant Village. And there's also some activity up here in the very active northwest quadrant of the supervolcano caldera. So once again, noteworthy activity at the caldera, but other than that, a normal day. This is the new norm, a steady flow of activity all around the supervolcano caldera. Now we're going to go to New Mexico. I want to share these photos that Teresa shared with me. This is at original distance, something that she's been following in the south sky from New Mexico. She doesn't know what it is. I don't claim to know what it is. It's just one of those that's too good not to share. I'm just passing it along to you guys. These are pretty neat photos. Again, don't know what we're looking at. That there almost kind of gives you the impression that it's spiraling or moving. This here is what I showed you guys about a week ago, and I have had a chance to go in closer and get a little better look at whatever this is, and that reminded me of the Apollo lander from one of the old Apollo moon missions. Here it is with some more light. Maybe it's rotating. More than likely, that's what that tells me, that whatever this is rotating in the night sky. Here's some enhanced versions of the first photo that I just shared with you guys, and I was just trying to pull forward some possible features or maybe a different look at whatever this is, and I didn't alter it in any way, just adjusted the lighting and color, and it looks really about the same. I didn't pull forward anything other than what we saw in the first photograph of this one here that reminded me of a Apollo mission lander, those things that would splash down in the oceans when the astronauts would return back to Earth. That's what that kind of looks like to me. But it also shows me, based off of some of the, like this one here, it tells me this thing is spiraling in the southern sky. Doesn't appear to be a star, doesn't appear to be a planet. She said it wasn't Venus. Venus comes up in the early morning hours before sunrise. This was after dark. So I don't know what we've got going on here. She's been following this unique object in the southern sky going clear back into September. So for over 4 weeks, maybe even 5 weeks now. But that one right there I thought was the most unique. You can see some lines on the side, or at least that's what they appear to be in the photo. Kind of reminded me of an old Apollo lander. Great photos, Teresa. Thank you for sharing. Now we're going up to Spokane, Washington. I've got a little bit of narration from Michael L., who shared this video with me, and we're going to look at it a couple of times. I'm going to zoom in and put it in slow motion where we can get a little better perspective of potentially what's going on here. This occurred October 23rd of 2020, again up in Spokane, Washington.
Wow, it's like the third time it did it.
When Michael shared this with me, this was like the third time it had happened.
Wow.
It occurred.
Maybe a transformer blue or something, but skies were turning yellow, pink, blue.
It occurred multiple times, 5 different times, in fact, that night on October 23rd. And he had never seen anything like it. It didn't look like traditional lightning because it was purple and blue and red. Check this out. Here it is in slow motion. I mean, the ground was even glowing. This is slow motion. This is the time that Michael captured it on video. Keep in mind, this happened 4 other times that were not on video. So I don't think that was a transformer. It wasn't like there were high winds or lightning or tornadoes in the area. It was snowing. I'm wondering if this is a version of some sort of new thunder snow. Check this out.
Wow, it's like the third time it did it.
So when he sent me this video, this was the third time it had done it. And keep in mind, it did it 2 more times after this video. Look at the colors there. I mean, everything is glowing on the ground. And it didn't last for just maybe a second or two. This went on for a few seconds. I mean, you're getting into 5, 6, maybe 7 seconds. I don't think that was a transformer. But again, I don't know what this was. This occurred October 23rd. Maybe you guys or somebody up in the Washington area noticed this too. October 23rd, I think after 10 p.m. on October 23rd. So really cool observation coming out of Spokane, Washington. Here's some new photos sent in from all around the world. Gary out of British Columbia noticed a big oval up in the sky that just didn't fit in with the rest of the clouds. Big E out of Morgantown, Pennsylvania. Look at that, looks like a fish up in the sky. How about that? Looks like a giant bluegill or a big carp or something swimming through the sky. Elizabeth O out of Queen Creek, Arizona. This is actually the moon very low on the horizon from a few days back. I think that's Mars up in the 10 o'clock position. Andrew M out of Chandler, Arizona. This is a photo I've had for about a month of that beautiful gold cross in the sky. Jeffy out of Anaheim Hills, California. Spectacular, fiery, orange-red sunset from California. Dwayne DeFay, photo sent in by Mary Hall from Michigan. Awesome sunset from Dowagiac, Michigan. Thank you, Mary. Faye D out of Pennsylvania. Another fiery orange sky. Henning K, as he was driving through Fort Worth, Texas, the sky turned purple. Sent in a few photos of that spectacular purple sky.
Okay, this is slowed down.
Greg D, Toronto.
Now coming up to 50%. Now regular speed. Back to slowed down again.
That was some recent lightning up in Toronto, or some form of lightning, and you could see how quick that was. It was very rapid, like pulses of white light. Whatever was going on in Spokane was super, super unique. Aaron out of Maryland, a very intense low to the ground, double-decker rainbow. Get a load of that. Been seeing a lot of those lately. B-Rad B out of Princeton, North Carolina. Orange and gold sunset or sunrise. This might be a sunrise coming out of Princeton, North Carolina. And there's a rainbow shaft up there all by itself. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Cameron, notice some clouds that look like a bunch of cotton balls up in the sky. Mammatus clouds. CW, this has got a backstory on it. On an airplane flying from Tennessee to Texas. Notice this out the window. Obviously, this is up above the airplane that they were on, more than likely at 35,000 feet. So that would probably put this at 50,000 feet. Don't claim to know what it is. It could be another jet. Then again, it could have been some sort of an asteroid. We did go through a debris field of asteroids here recently. CJ out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, while at Pikes Peak. This old-time aircraft flew by close enough to get an incredible view of that old-time airplane. That is absolutely awesome. Great job. Megan H got a heart-shaped cloud in the sky. See it right there? That's what caught her attention. Arnold, Minnesota. Mike, big jumbo halo around the sun in the middle of the day. Honeybee, notice the moon over here was a half moon that looked like it was going through an eclipse. Blythe, California, Mr. Tunch, gigantic orange thunderheads billowing up into the sky. Seminole, Florida, Judith K, very low to the ground, ominous looking storm clouds. Barbara out of Durham, North Carolina. This, she said, just looked completely out of place, and I totally agree. And the photos you're going to see next are very similar to this. noticed by a different gentleman from a different part of the country. So this was one photo that was sent in by Barbara. Ronnie P. from Marion, Illinois, noticed something similar himself. This was on a different day, too. He said this looked like a solid object up in the sky. And as we zoom in closer, it reminded me of the gold cross I showed you guys at the beginning of this video. That's why I wanted to show it again, because this had similarities to the gold cross. And this was sent in by Ronnie from Marion, Illinois, and the gold cross was sent in by Andrew from right out here in Chandler, Arizona. And here's the gold cross right there. And see, they do have similarities, except this one's much closer to the ground. Incredible photos, guys. Keep them coming. If you guys have any photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. All of the photos end up here at the Sky Phenomena Photo Gallery at the website, and sometimes I'll use them in a video slideshow just like you saw right here. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.